Welcome back to Stories Aloud, where every choice leads you deeper into another world. Today, we step into the fractured future of Divergent by Veronica Roth, a world divided into factions, a choice that can sever you from everyone you love, and a secret that could destroy you. Today, we're taking a close look at the initial chapters of Divergent, a truly compelling piece of storytelling. We'll be navigating the initial world building, the pivotal decision that changes everything for our protagonist, and the thrilling, dangerous first steps into a new identity. We've got the source material here, a stack of insights from Veronica Roth's own words.
And what's so fascinating here, I think, is how quickly the narrative just pulls you into this world, defined by these really stark choices, where every single individual has to find their place or, well, carve out a new one.
Yeah, figure it out fast.
We're going to unpack the forces at play here, the internal conflicts, and the surprising resilience you find right there at the story's heart.
Okay, let's unpack this. For you, the listener, who wants to grasp the essence of this world quickly and deeply, we'll pinpoint the moments that truly shape our understanding of this unique society and its characters. So our story opens in this city divided. We meet Beatrice Pryor. She's a young woman from abnegation. What's a life like in this faction, really, and how does it contrast with the others?
Oh, abnegation is all about selflessness. I mean, it's baked into everything they do. Plain living, serving others constantly, avoiding any kind of vanity.
Right, like the mirror thing. They only look once every 3 months.
Exactly, just for a haircut. It's symbolic, right? About losing yourself, like the text says. Simple clothes, quiet dinners. It's a very subdued existence focused outwards.
And then through Beatrice's eyes, we get glimpses of the others, candor, valuing honesty above all else.
Sometimes brutally so.
Yeah. Then erudite, focused on intelligence, knowledge, but often seen by others as kind of power-hungry.
That lust for power accusation comes up a lot, especially from abnegation. Then you have amity, seeking peace, kindness, always smiling, trying to keep things harmonious.
And finally, dauntless. Bravery, protection, but also this wild, almost reckless energy.
Oh, definitely. The train jumpers, the ones climbing that sculpture Beatrice sees. It's this raw, physical courage.
Right.
Very different from abnegation's quiet sacrifice.
And if we connect this to the bigger picture, this whole rigid structure, it's meant to keep the peace by compartmentalizing human nature, right?
Supposedly.
Yeah.
But as we see almost immediately, it also creates these inherent tensions, internal struggles too, especially for someone like Beatrice, who maybe doesn't fit neatly into just one box.
Which raises that big question, doesn't it? What happens when someone's true nature just defies society's neat categories?
Exactly. #2, the unbreakable choice and the first taste of freedom.
And here's where it gets really interesting. This division becomes intensely personal for Beatrice during her aptitude test. This isn't just some quiz, it's this huge, life-altering ritual.
Right, it's a simulation. They put you under, see how you react. Treese faces these scenarios, choosing between a knife and cheese, this dog attack where she instinctively protects it.
And then that man on the bus scenario asking for the truth. It pulls her in different directions.
Totally. Abnegation, selflessness, dauntless bravery, even a bit of candor honesty in there, which leads to the big problem. Her result is inconclusive.
And Tori, the administrator, she freaks out a little, tells her she's divergent.
And the warning is immediate and, frankly, terrifying. Under no circumstances should you share that information with anyone.
So why? Why is being divergent so incredibly dangerous in this society?
Because it means your mind doesn't conform. You can't be easily categorized or, crucially, controlled by the serums used in simulations. You think independently.
Yeah.
In a society built on predictable conformity within factions, that makes you a threat to the entire system.
A threat just by existing, essentially. Wow, okay, so the aptitude test is just the prelude. Then comes the choosing ceremony. Huge pressure. Every 16-year-old pledges their future. And that motto, faction before blood, just hangs over everything.
It's heavy. And the fear of being factionless, being cast out, seen as empty, useless, it's presented as a fate worse than death. It really pushes people towards making a choice, any choice, to belong somewhere.
And we see that pressure affecting Teresa's family directly. Her brother, Caleb, he makes this totally unexpected choice.
Yeah, he chooses erudite, a huge shock to their abnegation parents and community. And you really feel that rising tension between abnegation and erudite in that moment.
Which must make Teresa's decision even harder. She's already grappling with her divergent secret.
And then her brother leaves. The weight on her is immense. She's torn between her family, her upbringing, and this pull towards something else, something maybe truer to her whole self.
And then she chooses. It's such a dramatic moment. She steps forward, cuts her hand.
And lets her blood drop onto the sizzling coals for Dauntless.
A complete break, leaving abnegation, leaving Beatrice behind. She becomes Triss.
And what's fascinating there, I think, is how it frames bravery. Is it just about facing danger, like the Dauntless ideal? Or is the real bravery daring to be yourself, even when it means losing everything familiar? Triss's choice really forces you to think about that.
But stepping into Dauntless isn't exactly a gentle orientation, is it?
Not at all. It's immediate immersion. That train ride to the compound, the energy is manic, people are yelling, jumping from the moving train onto rooftops.
And someone doesn't make it right at the start.
Yes, an initiate falls. It's brutal, sets the stakes immediately. Because in the game, failure here has real, deadly consequences.
And then they arrive at the Dauntless compound, the pit.
Yeah, this huge underground cavern, very different from the quiet streets of abnegation. And the communal dining hall Triss has her first hamburger, a small thing, but culturally huge for her.
And we meet the leaders. Eric, who seems instantly ruthless, competitive.
Definitely. Then there's 4. Quieter, more observant, but just as intimidating in his own way.
And the initiation itself sounds grueling. 3 stages. Physical, emotional, mental.
That's the plan. The goal, as they stated, is preparation eradicates cowardice. But it's a high-stakes competition. You're ranked, and if you fall below a certain line...
You're cut. You become factionless.
Exactly. The pressure is constant, intense. It's designed to forge warriors, but also to weed out anyone deemed not dauntless enough.
So as Triss now navigates this first physical stage, we see her really grappling, not just with the physical challenges, but with this new kind of bravery and some pretty shocking cruelty.
Right. The gun training, for instance. She's initially uncomfortable coming from abnegation, but then finds this unexpected feeling. She says power in controlling something that can do so much damage.
Which another initiate will finds kind of disturbing.
Yeah, it highlights that tension. But the fights are where it really gets rough. Al, her friend, is clearly struggling, doesn't want to hurt people. But then you have Peter.
Peter's just brutal, and Molly and Drew seem to target Triss specifically.
There's that incident in the dormitory where they attack her. But Triss fights back fiercely. It's a turning point. You see her wrestling with that abnegation instinct to yield versus the dauntless need to dominate, to survive.
It really makes you think how much of who we are is innate and how much is shaped by the environment we throw ourselves into.
That's a core question the book keeps asking, isn't it? Triss's internal conflict, suppressing her anger, then having to embrace it to survive. It shows the massive impact of dauntless culture on her.
And her tattoos become part of that too, right? The 3 birds.
Yes. Flying towards her heart. It's such a powerful symbol, representing her family, the one she left behind in abnegation, but integrating them into her new dauntless identity. It's not about erasing the past, but carrying it forward in a new way.
Then visiting day comes, and it brings this really surprising, intense connection to her past. Her mother shows up.
And it's not just a social call. Her mother knows. She knows about the Divergent.
Ow! And she warns Triss, tells her to stay in the middle of the pack, basically hide her abilities.
Exactly. And then the bombshell. Her mother reveals she was originally dauntless.
Wow. That changes everything. Explains so much about her mother's quiet strength, maybe.
Absolutely. But the day also holds tragedy. Triss encounters Al. He confesses feelings for her. She rejects him.
And he just seems to break after that. Starts losing fights on purpose.
It's heartbreaking. And it culminates in his death. He jumps into the chasm. Suicide.
But the dauntless leaders, Eric especially, they spin it. They call it bravery.
Which is horrifying.
Yeah.
Triss is outraged, and rightly so. It starkly contrasts the ideal of dauntless bravery facing fear with the harsh reality of its culture, which sometimes twists strength into something cruel or glorifies despair.
It shows how even noble ideals can get warped, doesn't it, when taken to an extreme?
Precisely. Valuing strength above empathy, above vulnerability. It reveals a really dark side of this faction that prides itself on courage.
Yeah.
It's a powerful critique embedded in the story.
Okay, so the second stage of initiation moves from the physical to the mental, the fear landscapes. This is where Triss's divergence really starts to show, right?
Absolutely. They inject you with a serum, stimulate the amygdala, the fear center of the brain, and you hallucinate your deepest fears. The goal is to recognize it's not real, calm your heart rate, control your breathing, and overcome the illusion.
And Triss's fears are intense. Crows, attacking, drowning, seeing her family forced to bleed out, being forced to shoot them herself.
The deeply personal, terrifying stuff. But the key thing is how she gets through them. She overcomes these fears incredibly quickly, way faster than anyone else.
Which is a huge red flag for anyone watching closely. Like 4?
Exactly. 4 observes her, assesses her, and you can tell he suspects or knows she's different. Her speed signals her divergence because she can manipulate the simulation, recognize it's not real in a way others can't.
So divergence isn't just about having multiple aptitudes. It's about mental resistance.
That seems to be the core of it. It's an ability to stay self-aware, to resist mental manipulation, even under these potent serums. And that's what makes Divergent such a threat to people like Jeanine Matthews and the erudite who want control.
Speaking of erudite, the political tension is really ramping up at this point. They're constantly releasing these reports attacking abnegation.
Yeah, propaganda, basically. Specifically targeting Marcus Eaton, who's a leader in abnegation. And also, as we find out, Tobias's father.
Right. Tobias IV reveals his past to Therese. He's Marcus's son, escaped his father's cruelty, and his nickname, Four,
comes from his own fear landscape. He only had 4 fears, which is exceptionally low, another hint maybe. And then the biggest reveal, he tells Therese he's divergent too.
So they're not alone, but things are escalating fast. Tobias finds evidence.
He accesses Dauntless secure files and finds erudite's war plans. Orders for supplies, troop movements disguised as something else. It's clear they plan to use the Dauntless.
Oh, with a serum.
A mind control serum. Turn the Dauntless soldiers into puppets. And Tris gets a hint of this too when she makes that dangerous trip to the erudite compound to see her brother, Caleb.
What does she find there?
She finds Caleb working, researching the simulation serum. He seems oblivious or maybe willfully ignorant of its true purpose, but it confirms erudite's deep involvement in this technology.
And that visit leads to a direct confrontation with Jeanine Matthews, the erudite leader, and Eric is there too.
Yes, and Eric drops his mask completely, reveals he's essentially an erudite plant in Dauntless, a hunter of the Divergent. It's incredibly dangerous for Tris.
But Tobias saves her.
He does. He fabricates a story about them being together, involved romantically, to explain her presence there. It's quick thinking, but highlights the danger they're both in.
This all just boils over on initiation day, doesn't it? Tris ranks first, a huge achievement.
A moment of triumph, yeah. But it lasts about 5 seconds, because then they realize what's happening.
The new serum, it's deployed. The Dauntless soldiers.
Yeah.
They're like sleepwalkers.
Exactly. Mind-controlled, moving as one, armed. The erudite plan is in motion. They're going to use Dauntless to attack abnegation.
So a desperate plan forms. Tris, Tobias, Caleb, Marcus. A small group has to stop it.
We have to get back to the Dauntless compound, get to the control room, and shut down the simulation program.
And the journey there is just devastating.
It is. Tris's mother appears, saves Tris, but sacrifices herself in the process. Her last words, "Be brave, Beatrice, I love you." And we learned she was divergent, too.
Another shock. And then her father also dies trying to help them reach the control room. The cost is immense.
Truly immense. It grounds the high-stakes action in really deep personal loss.
And the final confrontation in the control room. Tobias is under the simulation. He's fighting her.
He doesn't recognize her. He's programmed to see her as an enemy. And Tris has a gun.
Yeah.
She could shoot him.
But she doesn't.
No. In this ultimate act of bravery, maybe drawing on both abnegation, selflessness, and dauntless courage, she lowers the gun. She faces him, speaks to him, tries to reach the real Tobias inside.
And it works. His divergence helps him break through.
It seems so. Her refusal to fight him, her voice, it breaks the simulation's hold. He snaps out of it. Together they manage to shut down the main computer program running the simulation.
Which stops the immediate attack, but throws everything into chaos.
Right. The dauntless soldiers who are under control start waking up, confused, disoriented. The erudite plan is thwarted, for now, but the city is fractured and war has essentially begun.
This whole arc, it really hammers home the danger of unchecked power, doesn't it? And suppressing individual thought.
Absolutely. The erudite wanting to control minds. It's the ultimate endpoint of demanding conformity. It really forces you, the reader, to think about what true freedom means, especially when it's threatened by these hidden manipulations, these unseen forces.
So, reflecting on all this, what does it really mean for us, the listener, taking this journey through Divergent? Hashtag outro. Tris's journey through Divergent is such a powerful exploration of identity,
Yeah.
and choice, and the sheer courage it takes to stand out when the whole world wants you to fit in. From that quiet selflessness of abnegation to the fierce daring of Dauntless, she's constantly grappling with these conflicting virtues.
Mm-hmm. And she proves that real strength often lies in embracing that complexity, doesn't it? Not in just rigidly sticking to one single ideal.
Yeah, exactly. Her story really compels us to think about the value of individual thought, especially within a society that seems determined to structure everything.
And it reveals that often the deepest fears we face are internal. Overcoming them takes more than just physical strength. It demands this profound emotional and mental resilience.
So thinking about this exploration of Divergent, what really stands out to you? Maybe it's that idea that, selflessness and bravery aren't always opposites. Or perhaps that being truly well-informed means questioning assumptions, resisting those easy answers, even when it's dangerous. Trish Pryor's story shows us that being different is not a weakness. It's the power to break free. And sometimes the greatest rebellion is simply refusing to be less than you are. If you want to journey further into the factions, subscribe to Stories Aloud because the war for the city has only just begun. Until next time, keep listening.